Oh boy, again, pre-calculus. Here we go one more time. This is logarithmic functions, aka log. Get ready because this section promises to be thrilling, exciting, and super duper neat. Are you ready for logarithmic functions, aka log? I will tell you a funny story first. I was trying to move some of this stuff around. I was trying to move my handwriting around. And so I said, oh, I want to move this up a little closer. So I grabbed this and I went like this. Oh, hello. I went like this. And I was like, what? And then I was like, okay, surely the dots will go with the. And I was like, what? So then I had to grab, look at that. All three dots were connected. Isn't that silly? There's your morning wake up. By the way, it's 7:15. I have gone back. So for 2 weeks, I will admit it, for 2 weeks, I slept in until 6:30. And it just didn't feel right. Like I was like, normally I'm awake at 4:30, but now it's 6:30. I was waking up and then my body was just like sore. And then I woke up and I go like downstairs and eat cereal and just all this, boring stuff that my body wasn't used to. But I did it for 2 weeks and I just felt like, what? Such a disconnect. So this week, I have gone back to my normal schedule. So running at 5 a.m. And then just staying here and making my videos. And let me tell you something. I'm back, like I'm back in my groove. I am good to go now because I have so much more time because before, when I was waking up at 6:30, yeah, then I would, stall around and play ball with Mindy the Wonder Dog and, just do different things. And then it would be like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be like, man, I still have to go on a run. I still have to go do some stuff. And then by the time I'm finished with my run and take a shower, it's lunchtime. And then I'm like, oh, I haven't made a video for my classes. And by the time that all of that is over, it's like, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, I just wasted my day. Just wasted. So now I've been waking up early. In fact, this morning it was a little chilly, but I ran outside. The only thing about running outside is um, it is, colder, and then you have more laundry to do. All right, fun facts. Let's roll. Logarithmic functions solve for powers. Okay? So if I said, hey, what power of 2 gives you 16? Some of you guys might be able to figure that out in your head. You'd say, well, 2 to the first is 2, and 2 to the second is 4, and 2 to the third is 8, and 2 to the fourth is 16. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But let's just say, so this answer would have been x equals 4. Okay. But you're like, well, we didn't even use logarithm for that. No, we didn't. But let's say that the problem was 3 to the x equals 16. And you're like, well, I'm just going to do it the same way. 3 to the first is 3. 3 to the second is 9. 3 to the third is 27. What? I can't do that. Here comes logarithm to save the day. Step 1, throw in the word log in front of both of these. There's a property of log that says the power can go out in front of log. So this would become x log 3 equals log 16. And then you would just divide. Come on. There we go. So then x would be the log of 16 divided by the log of 3. Okay, so I think this answer has to be in the 2 zone, right? Because 3 squared was 9 and 3 cubed was 27. So now I'm going to get my handy dandy calculator and there's log, and I'm just going to do log 16. Hello. Log 16, hit it equals, and then divided by log of 3 and hit equals. Hey, look at that. 2.52. Okay, and there you are. That's how logarithms work. It is kind of magic. There is a lot more math that you just aren't seeing, okay? And I'm not going to prove it for you, but when you get into college classes, you may get to learn how to prove, or show why logarithms work. But for right now, I just want you to think of it as math magical. Okay, next. So if there's no base down here, log 1000, it's a 10. Okay? If there's nothing written there, it's a 10. So this really means 10 to what power equals 1000. Okay? But you guys in your calculator can just do log 1000. Go ahead, give her a shot. Log 1000. Hey, the answer is 3. Okay? You know why? Because 10 to the first is 10. 10 to the second is 100. That means 10 to the third is 1000. Ding, ding, ding. Okay? But this guy over here, I just did on my calculator. And you're looking back at the previous slide and you're like, well, why didn't you just put that in your calculator? And I'm like, I did, but I had to do some work because I couldn't just say, hey, what's the log of 3? Okay, or I couldn't say, what's the log of 16? I had to do a little math for that one. Alrighty. Next. So now we're kind of getting the idea of this. If I said what power of 10 is 6.3, where you're like, well, it's got to be less than 1 because 10 to the first is 10. So I want to get something smaller than 1 for this answer. So enter log. So log 10 to the x equals log 6.3. So then this x is going to go out front. It's going to be x log 10 equals log 6.3. So then x is going to be log 6.3 over log 10. Go ahead, let's do it. Log 6.3 divided by log 10. Hello. Log 6.3 divided by log 10. Did you guys get 0.799? Oh, hang on. Log 6.3 is 0.799 divided by log 10 is, hey, how come this answer didn't change? It was the log of 6.3 was 0.799, and then I divided by the log of 10, and it's like my calculator didn't do anything, and I got the log of 0.799 again, which I rounded to 0.8. That's because the log of 10 is 1. Because remember, it really means 10 to what power is 10? Okay? It really means 10 to what power is 10? So it really means 10 to the first equals 10. Okay? Do you get that? Okay? So let's see if we can do something else crazy. Here we go. All right, so now this time the base is 2, and you're like, whoa, 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 how do I do that? Hang on, I'll show you. What this means is 2 to what power equals 1/8. That's what it means, okay? So then you're like, I don't know how to do that. Well, I'm about ready to show you how to do that. Can I not, when I'm in this big screen, can I not scroll down any further? Interesting. Okay. All right. So this means log 2 to the x equals log 1/8. So that would be x log 2 equals log 1/8. And then I'm going to divide. So it'd be x is log 1/8 divided by log 2. And I already know this answer, but I'll do it the long way first. All right, so log of 1/8 divided by log 2. Hey, my calculator said the answer is -3. Why is that? Why is that? Well, that's because 2 to the first is 2. 2 to the second is 4. 2 to the third is 8. So this means 2 to what power is 1/8? Well, it's -3 because 2 cubed is 8, and then I just have to flip it. Oh, that's why it's -3. Okay. Did you get that? Did you? No? You didn't? What do you mean? How do I? Okay. So I can't hear you complaining anyway. Okay. Natural log is log base e. You have an LN button on your calculator, and all it means is log base e. So if I said, come on, if I said, hey, what's the natural log of 5? You could punch that in your calculator, natural log of 5, and get 1.6, okay? But there's going to be some instances where you're not going to be able to do that. So you would just write it, instead of natural log 5, you just log base e of 5. So then it's e to what power is 5? E to what power is 5? So then here comes our friend log. Oops, I skipped a step there. My bad. There was the 1.6 already. Okay, so then this would be log e to the x equals log 5. And then that would be x log e equals log 5. So then x would equal log 5 divided by log e. And we said that that was 1.6. Okay, so that's the long way. You need to know that e and natural log are like inverse functions of each other. They negate each other. They cancel out each other, okay? So we'll learn more about that when the time comes. Okay, so I don't want these videos to go over 15 minutes. I don't think that I've confused you yet. I hope not. Let's just go crazy. Let's say, what does this mean? What if I said log base 2 of x equals 10? Well, what that really means, 2 to the 10th equals what? And you're like, oh, I can do that in my calculator. I can do 2 to the 10th and get 1,024. Okay, but what if I move a number around? Let's say it was log base 2 of 10 equals x. Well, that means 2 to what power equals 10? Okay, so now this one I can't do it. I gotta, do my extra steps. So that would be log 2 to the x equals log 10. And we know that log 10 is 1, but I'm just going to pretend like I didn't say that. And then this is going to be x log 2 equals log 10. So then x would be log 10 divided by log 2. And yes, you You have to do both logs. Okay, so log 10, hey, look at that. My calculator says 1 divided by log 2, and I got 3.3. And that's how logarithms work. For right now, it's just magic. Okay, so um, days 13 and 14, right? Days 13 and 14, so that's going to be Thursday and Friday. So the assignment is, hang on, it's hiding. Page 194, 1 through 5, 9b, and 11 through 15. Give those a shot. Keep on exercising your brain. Um, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Good day.